magic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the...
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Reset. 19. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Kill.
On first down, it's Chandler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shane Ray. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Watson off play action. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On 2nd down, it's Chandler, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Set. 19. 57. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Check 41.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Shift. Say. Check 37. And 80.
Darnold on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Chandler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
No timeout. Mike 54. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Conner, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll give this to Bell running right. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 55 to Mike. Come on, D.
Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on. Deuce.
Now it's Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
This is it. 18. I got you. I got you.
They'll run on first down. It's Chandler trying to run inside, but nothing there. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Watson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Texans football to start quarter two as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. And that is incomplete. Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Punt, return of 9. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Oh, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
Tight. Scotland, 41's the mic. Hey, tight. 2 times. Hey. You got 3. 3 tight.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
We're gonna sign. Right here, 41 Mike. Rabbit.
On 1st down, Thompson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Move. 3 down. Check 42, man.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stopped him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We're gonna sign. 41's the mic. Check 41. Get in the weight room. Lady. 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 4, shift.
Now a give, right side. Chandler. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson now to throw. He's got Fuller. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 36, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold, that's complete. It's Bell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards.
Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
41's the mic. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On third down, Thompson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 17-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Darnold from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down now, it's Thompson, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets will extend their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Delta.
You ain't doing nothing today.
57's the mic. Mike 57.
Out of the gun, Watson. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Houston.
Watson now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans get a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw is Darnold. Got his man. It's Eifert. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. take it at about the 16. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Quick update from Levi's Stadium. And the 49ers have just scored for some more cushion. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor, and they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it, for them to get that?
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll go again with Bell. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Faking the give. Now Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Texans.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Watson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Alert.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Mike's 5-4.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the back.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Right there in the middle, 55.
Hey, let's get this, get this.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
What's tight? Tight is right. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Yo, lady.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's got Fuller. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Watson throwing again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Texans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 24. 57 to Mike. Watch 57.
Watson looks to throw again. And that will be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And no, it's incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the counter, here's Bell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Darnold from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up. Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
On first down, Thompson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
7 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Bell running on first down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Bell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's go.
Now Watson, gonna throw again. He finds Hopkins complete. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free. Take it away.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans get a bit closer. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Mike, 41. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Jets, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.